PDP convention is taking place in the Adamasingba Stadium in Ibadan. And yes, we have our reporters who have been monitoring the events since it started, Niyi, Igbalaniyi and Eferobor. But particularly we get to see how we can engage Niyi to have an understanding about how the convention has been going on. Niyi, good evening to you. If you can hear me, I'd like you to share with us what's been the situation like at the stadium where the PDP convention is being held.
Thank you for having me late. Although a lot has been happening. Just a few minutes ago, the bombshell was dropped. I won't start with that. I will start with the event that's held at the early hours of today. Against all odds, the PDP National Convention kicked off at about past 3. Pardon for the noise. It's a funfair atmosphere here, so that's why we have so much intervention. But I'll a little bit louder so you can hear me clearly. So the event started about 3. While it is important to note that a lot of dignitaries and members of the party that were expected are not available here or are not physically present, and we can't confirm why they are not here, most that were expected also come. But I will start with some we've interacted with, some party stalwarts, party members we've interacted with, and their statements so far about the National Convention. I remember asking the PDP stalwart Bode judge if this convention was legal, and he said up front that the convention is legal. I remember also asking the governor of Oyo State, who is the host of this convention, Governors Seyi Makinde, if this national convention was legal. He didn't give me a response because maybe they said he's not going to grant an interview at that time. But we spoke with other people, like for example, a prominent member of the People's Democratic Party, Doherty, and he has mentioned that the election is legal. And I asked him, does he think that PDP has the power to upturn or to bring down or even to pursue the ruling party in the coming elections? And he said, I can see around by myself and see how much crowd they've been able to pull and how much strength PDP still has, which goes a long way to show that PDP still has its hand gripped on the race as regards political atmosphere. But let me bring you back to some of the things that have really caught my attention here. So far, for the past 30-40 minutes, various members of the party have come out to raise motions, and some of the motions I would like to highlight here. The first one was a motion raised for this elective national convention to continue, and that was approved and affirmed. Another motion was raised by voice vote, if I can add that, and it was confirmed. Another motion was raised by Governor Seyi Makinde himself, noting that congresses conducted in 5 states, Imo, Abia, Enugu, Akwa Ibom, and Rivers, should dissolve the entire structures of this state, the party structures in this state, those 5 states specifically. And now, lastly, the one that broke the camel's back, a motion raised by Bode George seeks to expel individuals for anti-party activities within the party. And top on the list is the Federal Capital and Territory Minister of State, which is former governor, Minister Yesam Wike. Also on the list is Ayo Fayoshe, Samuel Ayahu, Baturo, Ayo Adeyemi Ajibade, Senator Austin Wachiku, amongst many others. Now, these are what is going on for now. Motions are still being raised. We don't know how long this is going to take, but I can see right in front of me, the voting booths are already set up, ready for the electoral process to begin. And I want to believe after this motion is done, or we're done with the motions, the delegates, who are seated just behind me here across various states of the Federation, will make their way to this voting booth to cast their vote. Then we can also know what is the next step for the People's Democratic Party in the state.
Thanks so much, Niyi. So before I let you go, I'd like to confirm, is INEC covering this convention?
Well, I would like to state, according to the words of the, give me a minute, according to the words of the chairman, National Convention Organizing Committee, Ahmadu Fintiri, who is also the executive governor of Adamawa State, he noted that there is an absence of INEC at this convention. So I want to believe, and also, remember, we did a live earlier where we spoke to some delegates who said, oh, INEC officials are there. We've also tried on our own part to move around to see if we can see any INEC official. We can tell you from our own scouting that we've not found any. And of course, if you go by the words of the organizing committee chairman of the National Convention, he has also affirmed that INEC is not present or how would I put it, represented at this convention.
Thank you so much, Igbalaniyi, for sharing these details with us. Hopefully we get to track back with you to get more information as this particular event in Ibadan continues to unfold.